When the world is that chapping you, laughable, you catch an attitude. Glad that you going mad cause my attributes call me bad and a radical, but that is so irrational. Mathematically, I'm past that degree to these rapper dudes. Had another latitude, and that'll prove you lacking too. You roll with a pack of dudes that last you cause you whacking your raps a poo. You need a faculty that's backing you. Your rapping is not compatible. Battle me and that'll be the day to be a casualty, and that don't mean you have to go away. It don't matter to me. Tactically, I'm leaving nothing left. So you can get a step or you can kick rocks like you work construction on a 10th block. So don't do it, you foolish, if you thinking that I've since stopped. I'm just getting started, so when this drop, get ready. Cause I ain't playing about you, I'm praying that you try to get fly like a pterodactyl. I'm staring at you, you better back up, you're damn near try. Apparently I've earned it all, not just a piece of the pie, so I can't let it slide.
I just wanna be who I wanna be. I ain't getting in nobody's way, but if you get in mine, then you're gonna be in a bad place. Nah, don't get me wrong, please don't misunderstand my tone. I created my own lane, so you ain't got no business being in it. So you should see why I can't let it slide.
Nah, I done did a lot just to get by, so I can't let it slide. I escaped the mental shackles, I ain't got patience for these bastards, I can't let it slide. I ain't saying I'll attack you, I'm saying this bigger than rappers. I'm saying that you need to back up, so back up. I'm saying that this will not end in a tie, I can't let it slide. I can't let it slide. I can't let it slide. Nah. Look like we got another one of them. Popping at the mouth or the side of his neck when he pouts. No argument, no rebuttal from. He ain't from my town, I don't know him, so I'm guessing he's a clown like he wanted me to love on him. But you know that ain't my style, yet he still got my name in his mouth, and I ain't running for cover from. A bunch of lambs, how you figure you getting fame from my cloud, so let's get this cleared now. I'm cold like in Eastern February, but that hating isn't necessary. You being petty cause you see me rising, becoming legendary, and you talking down like you very scary. Come on, dude. Get on, fool. Typing and writing on a post too. Get a cosign when you wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight in the produce section at Whole Foods. I already told you. Since my adolescence, I had to stress that never being less than being excellent is the motto I follow. For throttle, I gotta be some sort of testament. If I strive to do it, be the best at it. So testing this is rather pointless a pandemonium. My opponent, full of baloney, I'm owning him. He's a phony one, cause I can't allow it. I'm overpowered like Bowser, and your mouth is writing checks with a negative balance. You can't cash that. I don't think it's covered by that Affleck. High side if you want, but you putting on a bad act. I promise you it ain't worth it. It's more than getting laughed at. You don't want to task that, so back and do oblige. I'm killing it like it's a pesticide. I'm prepared if you get in my way, the endeavor's fine. I never settle, I got the better mind. So if you knocking my grind, I just can't let it slide.
I just wanna be who I wanna be. I ain't getting in nobody's way, but if you get in mine, then you're gonna be in a bad place. Nah, don't get me wrong, please don't misunderstand my tone. I created my own lane, so you ain't got no business being in it. So you should see why I can't let it slide.
Nah, I done did a lot just to get by, so I can't let it slide. I escaped the mental shackles, I ain't got patience for these bastards, I can't let it slide. I ain't saying I'll attack you, I'm saying this bigger than rappers. I'm saying that you need to back up, so back up. I'm saying that this will not end in a tie, I can't let it slide. My politics are rather controversial. Who would've thought that? I ain't catching all slack, and I have enemies on my ball stack. I'm thinking insanity's what you call that, and I just get appalled at. I'm blacker than Nina and Simone. I just want freedom and want all these people left alone. How in the world is that chapping you? Laughable, you catch an attitude. Glad that you going mad cause my attributes call me bad and a radical, but that is so irrational. Mathematically, I'm past that degree to these rapper dudes. Had another latitude, and that'll prove you lacking too. You roll with a pack of dudes that last you cause you whacking your raps a poo. You need a faculty that's backing you. Your rapping is not compatible. Battle me and that'll be the day to be a casualty, and that don't mean you have to go away. It don't matter to me. Tactically, I'm leaving nothing left. So you can get a step or you can kick rocks like you work construction on a 10th block. So don't do it, you foolish, if you thinking that I've since stopped. I'm just getting started, so when this drop, get ready. Cause I ain't playing about you, I'm praying that you try to get fly like a pterodactyl. I'm staring at you, you better back up, you're damn near try. Apparently I've earned it all, not just a piece of the pie, so I can't let it slide.
I just wanna be who I wanna be. I ain't getting in nobody's way, but if you get in mine, then you're gonna be in a bad place. Nah, don't get me wrong, please don't misunderstand my tone. I created my own lane, so you ain't got no business being in it. So you should see why I can't let it slide.
Nah, I done did a lot just to get by, so I can't let it slide. I escaped the mental shackles, I ain't got patience for these bastards, I can't let it slide. I ain't saying I'll attack we got another one of them. Popping at the mouth or the side of his neck when he pouts, no argument, no rebuttal from. He ain't from my town, I don't know him, so I'm guessing he's a clown like he wanted me to love on him. But you know that ain't my style, yet he still got my name in his mouth and I ain't running for cover from. A bunch of lambs, how you figure you getting fame from my clout, so let's get this cleared now. I'm cold like an Eastern February, but that hating isn't necessary. You being petty cause you see me rising, becoming legendary, and you talking down like you very scary. Come on, dude. Get on, fool. Typing and writing on a post too. Get a cosign when you wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight in the produce section at Whole Foods. I already told you. Since my adolescence, I had to stress that never being less than being excellent is the motto I follow. For throttle, I gotta be some sort of testament. If I strive to do it, be the best at it. So testing this is rather pointless, a pandemonium. My opponent, full of baloney, I'm owning him. He's a phony one, cause I can't allow it. I'm overpowered like Bowser, and your mouth is writing checks with a negative balance. You can't cash that. I don't think it's covered by that Affleck. High side if you want, but you putting on a bad act. I promise you, it ain't worth it. It's more than getting laughed at. You don't want to task that, so back and do oblige. I'm killing it like it's a pesticide. I'm prepared if you get in my way, the endeavor's fine. I never settle, I got the better mind. So if you knocking my grind, I just can't let it slide.
I just wanna be who I wanna be. I ain't getting in nobody's way, but if you get in mine, then you're gonna be. In a bad place, nah, don't get me wrong. Please don't misunderstand my tone. I created my own lane, so you ain't got no business being in it. So you should see why I can't let it slide.
Nah, I done did a lot just to get by, so I can't let it slide. I escaped the mental shackles, I ain't got patience for these bastards, I can't let it slide. I ain't saying I'll attack you, I'm saying this bigger than rappers. I'm saying that you need to back up, so back up. I'm saying that this would not end in a tie, I can't let it slide. My politics are rather controversial. Who would've thought that? I ain't catching all slack, and I have enemies on my ball sack. I'm thinking insanity's what you call that, and I just get appalled at. I'm blacker than Nina the Samoan. I just want freedom and want all these people left alone. How in the world is that chapping you? Laughable, you catch an attitude. Glad that you going mad cause my attributes call me bad and a radical, but that is so irrational. Mathematically, I'm past that degree to these rapper dudes. Had another latitude, and that'll prove you lacking too. You roll with a pack of dudes that last you cause you whacking your raps a poo. You need a faculty that's backing you. Your rapping is not compatible. Battle me and that'll be the day. There'll be a casualty, and that don't mean you have to go away. It don't matter to me. Tactically, I'm leaving nothing left. So you can get a step or you can kick rocks like you work construction on a 10th block. So don't do it, you foolish, if you thinking that I've since stopped. I'm just getting started, so when this drop, get ready. Cause I ain't playing about you, I'm praying that you try to get fly like a pterodactyl. I'm staring at you, you better back up, you're damn to try. Apparently I've earned it all, not just a piece of the pie, so I can't let it slide.
I just wanna be who I wanna be. I ain't getting in nobody's way, but if you get in mine, then you're gonna be. In a bad place, nah, don't get me wrong. Please don't misunderstand my tone. I created my own lane, so you ain't got no business being in it. So you should see why I can't let it slide.
Nah, I done did a lot just to get by, so I can't let it slide. I escaped the mental shackles, I ain't got patience for these bastards, I can't let it slide. I ain't saying I'll attack you, I'm saying this bigger than rappers. I'm saying that you need to back up, so back up. I'm saying that this would not end in a tie, I can't let it slide. I can't let it slide. I can't let it slide. Nah. Look like we got another one of them. Popping at the mouth or the side of his neck when he pouts, no argument, no rebuttal from. He ain't from my town, I don't know him, so I'm guessing he's a clown like he wanted me to love on him. But you know that ain't my style, yet he still got my name in his mouth and I ain't running for cover from. A bunch of lambs, how you figure you getting fame from my clout, so let's get this cleared now. I'm cold like an Eastern February, but that hating isn't necessary. You being petty cause you see me rising, becoming legendary, and you talking down like you very scary. Come on, dude. Get on, fool. Typing and writing on a post too. Get a cosign when you wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight in the produce section at Whole Foods. I already told you. Since my adolescence, I had to stress that never being less than being excellent is the motto I follow. For throttle, I gotta be some sort of testament. If I strive to do it, be the best at it. So testing this is rather pointless, a pandemonium. My opponent, full of baloney, I'm owning him. He's a phony one, cause I can't allow it. I'm overpowered like Bowser, and your mouth is writing checks with a negative balance. You can't cash that. I don't think it's covered by that Affleck. High side Hindsight if you want, but you putting on a bad act. I promise you it ain't worth it. It's more than getting laughed at. You don't want a task that's so back and do oblige. I'm killing it like it's a pesticide. I'm prepared if you get in my way, the endeavor's fine. I never settle, I got the better mind. So if you knocking my grind, I just can't let it slide.
I just wanna be who I wanna be. I ain't getting in nobody's way, but if you get in mine, then you're gonna be in a bad place. Nah, don't get me wrong. Please don't misunderstand my tone. I created my own lane, so you ain't got no business being in it. So you should see why I can't let it slide.
Nah, I done did a lot just to get by, so I can't let it slide. I escaped the mental shackles, I ain't got patience for these bastards, I can't let it slide. I ain't saying I'll attack you, I'm saying this bigger than rappers. I'm saying that you need to back up, so back up. I'm saying that this will not end in a tie, I can't let it slide. My politics are rather controversial. Who would've thought that? I ain't catching all slack, and I have enemies on my ball sack. I'm thinking insanity's what you call that, and I just get appalled at. I'm blacker than Nina or Simone, I just want freedom and want all these people left alone. How in the world is that chapping you? Laughable, you catch an attitude. Glad that you going mad cause my attributes call me bad and a radical, but that is so irrational. Mathematically, I'm past that degree to these rapper dudes. Had another latitude, and that'll prove you lacking too. You roll with a pack of dudes that last you cause you whacking your raps a poo. You need a faculty that's backing you. Your rapping is not compatible. Battle me and that'll be the day. There'll be a casualty, and that don't mean you have to go away. It don't matter to me. Tactically, I'm leaving nothing left. So you can get a step or you can kick rocks like you work construction on a 10th block. So don't do it, you foolish, if you thinking that I've since stopped. I'm just getting started, so when this drop, get ready. Cause I ain't playing about you, I'm praying that you try to get fly like a pterodactyl. I'm staring at you, you better back up, you're damn near try. Apparently I've earned it all, not just a piece of the pie, so I can't let it slide.
I just wanna be who I wanna be. I ain't getting in nobody's way, but if you get in mine, then you're gonna be in a bad place. Nah, don't get me wrong. Please don't misunderstand my tone. I created my own lane, so you ain't got no business being in it. So you should see why I can't let it slide.
Nah, I done did a lot just to get by, so I can't let it slide. I escaped the mental shackles, I ain't got patience for these bastards, I can't let it slide. I ain't saying I'll attack you, I'm saying this bigger than rappers. I'm saying that you need to back up, so back up. I'm saying that this will not end in a tie, I can't let it slide. I can't let it slide. I can't let it slide. Nah. Look like we got another one of them. Popping at the mouth or the side of his neck when he pouts. No argument, no rebuttal from. He ain't from my town, I don't know him, so I'm guessing he's a clown like he wanted me to love on him. But you know that ain't my style, yet he still got my name in his mouth, and I ain't running for cover from. A bunch of lambs, how you figure you getting fame from my clout, so let's get this cleared now. I'm cold like an Eastern February, but that hating isn't necessary. You being petty cause you see me rising, becoming legendary, and you talking down like you very scary. Come on, dude. Get on, fool. Typing and writing on a post too. Get a cosign when you wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight in the produce section at Whole Foods. I already told you. Since my adolescence, I had to stress that never being less than being excellent is the motto I follow. For throttle, I gotta be some sort of testament. If I strive to do it, be the best at it. So testing this is rather pointless, a pandemonium. My opponent, full of baloney, I'm owning him. He's a phony one, cause I can't allow it. I'm overpowered like Bowser, and your mouth is writing checks with a negative balance. You can't cash that. I don't think it's covered by that Affleck. High side if you want, but you putting on a bad act. I promise you it ain't worth it. It's more than getting laughed at. You don't want a task that's so back and do oblige. I'm killing it like it's a pesticide. I'm prepared if you get in my way, the endeavor's fine. I never settle, I got the better mind. So if you knocking my grind, I just can't let it slide.
I just wanna be who I wanna be. I ain't getting in nobody's way, but if you get in mine, then you're gonna be in a bad place. Nah, don't get me wrong. Please don't misunderstand my tone. I created my own lane, so you ain't got no business being in it. So you should see why I can't let it slide.
Nah, I done did a lot just to get by, so I can't let it slide. I escaped the mental shackles, I ain't got patience for these bastards, I can't let it slide. I ain't saying I'll attack you, I'm saying this bigger than rappers. I'm saying that you need to back up, so back up. I'm saying that this will not end in a tie, I can't let it slide. My politics are rather controversial. Who would've thought that? I ain't catching all slack, and I have enemies on my ball sack. I'm thinking insanity's what you call that, and I just get appalled at. I'm blacker than Nina the Samoan. I just want freedom and want all these people left alone. How in the world is that chapping you? Laughable, you catch an attitude. Glad that you going mad cause my attributes call me bad and a radical, but that is so irrational. Mathematically, I'm past that degree to these rapper dudes. Had another latitude, and that'll prove you lacking too. You roll with a pack of dudes that last you cause you whacking your raps a poo.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. And how about we check the numbers for Brandon Miller?
During these last 10 games, he's been a menace on the defensive end. Poking balls loose, jumping passing lanes. He's been all over the place and piling up the steals as a result.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. Bol out there with Miles Bridges. Then there's Brandon Miller, and it's McGowan's in at small forward. And for the Timberwolves, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle, and it's Dillingham in at the 1. And Grant sitting at the midway point of the season now. As a player, does it feel that way, or does one half drag on more than the other?
You know, I'd say the back half can feel a little bit longer, whether it's games of consequence that magnify things, or for teams lower down, maybe the season drags on at the end.
Here's McGowan's over McDaniels. Another shot, and the layup is good by Bol.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass, does a nice job going right back up.
Here's Dillingham. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Edwards. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Brooklyn.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
Lets it go. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Pass to Bol. Now here's Miller. Beyond the arc. And the basket by Pippen.
And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Dillingham. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game, and he's able to get it back. Gobert, no good.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting. Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. To the inside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
And he drops the first.
Well, known for being an exceptional defender, Gobert also has a good sense for when he should look to score.
And so Gobert nails both of them here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Miller against Edwards. Fires from 14. Stolen. Here's Dillingham. Guarded by Miller. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Pippen. He had 9 points in his last time out. Oh, a good look. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Bull's got his second basket of the game.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Check it out, the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been scorching the Nets from range the last 10 games. Number 1, Minnesota.
Number 1, you have to have good shooters. Number 2, you have to take good shots. This team is both talented and disciplined.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Randall with it. Really played well against New Orleans in his last game. Gobert with a screen on Bridges. Down low. And Gobert with the stuff.
With his giant frame, Gobert sets a good screen and then just pivots into open position.
Here's Pippen. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. And stolen by Gobert. Now here's Randall. He's covered closely. Count the basket.
Yeah, nice play by Randall. He can take up space in there and has great short area quickness.
Here's Pippen. Pass to Miller. Here's Pippen from deep. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Randall outside. Back to Daniels. To the paint. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Among the best athletes in this league, Anthony Edwards taking flight.
Here's Pippen. Miller on the wing. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Rudy Gobert picks one up. Charlotte shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one misses.
Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
And the second free throw is good. Here's Edwards. A top-tier scorer, averaging a little under 25 points a contest. Randall outside. There's the three. Bull grabs the board. The Hornets have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Shooting 2.
good on that one. And he can't hit the second.
That's a rarity for him, not being able to cash in on the trip to the line.
Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Edwards has gotten his third basket of the night.
And right there, Edwards with a great dribble move to create space.
Pippen, pass to Miller. And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Now here's Miller. Against Brooklyn, he was really on his game. And it's Bridges with the jam.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Here's Randle. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
And they got into a consistent offensive flow, largely because the defense they were facing was poor.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still matters. Luckily, they were able to take advantage.
DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Minnesota. Nearly halfway through the season. Let's see the standings out east. You take a look at the Hornets. They're way down there in the conference, but still optimistic they can turn it around. And stolen by Bridges. Bol with it. Randle's in his pocket. Bol, the pass to Miller. And that one is hammered home.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And so it's Minnesota with it after the basket by Charlotte. Picked by Gobert. Just 5 on the clock. Connects from downtown. Edwards has got 9. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They trail by 1. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
They really threw their weight around last time. They got to the free throw line a lot, and it helped secure the win.
Well, and coaches will sometimes complain about an inconsistent whistle from the refs, but credit them for the level of aggression to make things happen.
Here's Dillingham. After the basket by Charlotte. Pass to Edwards. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by McGowans.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Miller can't get it to go. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Randle deciding where to go with it. Now DiVincenzo, guarded by Miller. Gobert passes to Edwards. Edwards can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
DiVincenzo against Miller. Pass to McGowans. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Miller. Edwards against Miller. The 3 ball. Again, the miss by Edwards. The Hornets with a lead. The reverse. And Miller puts it in. He's got 11.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Here is DiVincenzo. 14 points for him last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And he did a lot of work on the glass as well. He impacted the game on multiple fronts.
Miller left side. Fires from deep. Randle pulls down the board. The Timberwolves have got 7 of 15 to find the net. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, a sign of things to come, hopefully. I mean, once Miller gets going, he is capable of dominating games.
And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Randall, the pass to DiVincenzo. Driving in to end the drought. Randall can't hit.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them. And that's how Miller can take his game to the next level, by being aggressive and attacking the basket.
Pass to Dillingham. And here's Edwards. From deep. Bull grabs the board. Bull's got 6 rebounds here tonight. From behind the arc. They get the rebound. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Charlotte shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shoot 2.
That's good from Bridges. Williams is checked in for Charlotte. Ben Simmons comes in for Pippen. Both shots good from the strike.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Simmons defending. Pass to Murray Boyles. To halt the run. And the three-pointer goes. Here's Simmons. Outside Bull. Here's Miller to the wing on the left. Outside Williams. They set the pick. Launches a 3. Buries it from 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
Miller on the wing. DiVincenzo covering. Miller against DiVincenzo with the fadeaway. Miller can't get it to go.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. The first one falls. McDaniels is checked in for Clark. Dick, he's checked in for Charlotte. Alexander Walker. Pass to Pippen. Back to Miller. Bridges, a screen on Edwards. Miller, the pass to Bridges. And it's all tied up. Bridges has got 6.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
On the court for the Hornets, Miles Bridges is out there with Bull. Then there's Brandon Miller, and it's McGowan's in at the 3. Now here's Randall, and he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. Miller left side. "11 feet out," and another basket for Charlotte.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Minnesota. Trailing by 2. When this game's over, they'll be off to Golden State as they take on the Warriors. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Minnesota again missing.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started. Dare I say he's had a perfect game. Incredible. No misses thus far. A major reason they lead.
Anthony Edwards reins one in.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
Pass to Bridges. And he lobs it up top. And stolen by Edwards. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got two young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wimby and Chet Holmgren. Yeah, Gobert making good on the threat of his height and length, just hammering it down.
Miller on the wing, over Edwards, and too long on the shot. Minnesota in the lead. And Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. And while we have a moment, let's see some of the contenders for this year's three-point contest. Some of the players who have a shot to make the final cut.
Hey, not a bad list of shooters at all. And really, with how many threes we see in NBA games these days, some of these games have become three-point contests.
You take a look at Edwards. He occupies the top spot in voting. We'll very likely see him in the three-point shooting competition.
And he might already be the favorite. When he gets in a groove, he's automatic.
And as we continue to count the votes, we'll update you on any changes to the list. No matter who is in it, though, it's going to be fun.
Maybe this is the year we see a perfect score. Who knows? I'll be sure to be locked in on all of All-Star Weekend, especially the three-point contest.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break has been a big part of their success.
That free throw misses.
Certain guys can remake their games to fit the times. Randall's worked on his right hand and his jump shooting. He's a much more versatile threat now at the offensive end.
Hornets trail by 5. Bridges outside. Inside. Here's Miller. Can they get it? And it's blocked by Edwards.
Well, I love whenever Edwards is this engaged defensively. Excellent job coming up with the block.
And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Clock at 4. Charity stripe shot.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter. The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going. Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
Gobert with a screen on Miller to the middle. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Well, Gobert is used to this in the paint. Given his height, it's difficult to contest him cleanly.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. And that one falls for Gobert. So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. 6-point game. Edwards against Miller. The bank shot, no good.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Edwards can't hit. Hornets trail by 6. Miller left side. Bridges, a screen on Randall. Miller, the pass to Bridges. Miller outside. To get back on track. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. They'll pin that one on Julius Randall.
Tough move by Miller, having to absorb the foul while taking his shot.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good for Miller.
Well, he's still scoring, but he's gotten away from his first quarter approach when he was attacking the defense and drawing foul after foul.
Reed's checked in for Julius Randall.
This is how you stay in the game. They're doing a beautiful job from the line, 100% this quarter.
Here's Edwards. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
And the athleticism Edwards possesses is incredible. So good at drawing contact on the drive.
And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line. Free throw good, Edwards.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
Showing more aggression here in the second quarter. He's seeking contact and working himself to the line.
And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night. That's good from Bridges. Bridges hits them both. The Timberwolves lead by 3. Edwards looking it over. And the jumper is on the mark. Edwards got 11 points in the quarter.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Miller. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
That's good for Miller. Miller hits them both. Here's Dillingham. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Outside Reed. Pass to Gobert. 26 seconds left to play in the first half. Shot clock at 5. Edwards fires from way outside. Rebounded by Pippen.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Here's Miller. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 3. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they were in a close game.
I love the depth of this team, man. Their subs have been huge tonight, giving them a scoring punch that they've needed most.
And credit their coach for a rather liberal substitution pattern. He mixed and matched beautifully in that first half. And time for a look here at how the West is shaping up as we continue to work our way through this season.
You know, right now for Minnesota, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. You gotta like what we're seeing from Brandon Miller.
Yeah, he's showing off how skilled he is at attacking the defense and converting at the line.
Well, he's also a pretty good actor. He sells fouls really well.
The Timberwolves lead by 3. Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Dillingham in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. And for the Hornets, they're shooting the ball at 48% so far.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Dillingham. Pass to Gobert. Here's Edwards, guarded by Miller. There's the triple, and Edwards the bucket on the assist from Gobert. Edwards has got 23.
Well, we've seen this movie before. Edwards is rolling, and his energy right now is infectious.
To the paint. Here's Pippen. Can't hit from in close. Pippen's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Randle with the drive. Count it. Good. And it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
Yeah, Randle's so powerful on the take. Really tough for a defender to get in front.
Pippen, pass to McGowens. Bridges with it. Here's Pippen. Screen by Bridges. Down low. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Dillingham. Clock at 6. Pass to Edwards. Fires away from way outside. The rebound by McGowens. McGowan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Pippen. Here's McGowan's. He's scoreless. Top of the key. And another basket for Charlotte.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Here's Edwards with the drive. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
And they can't run away from this problem. Free throw shooting continues to be an issue that they need to address.
And he sinks the second.
Well, you can tell this team looks to Anthony Edwards to set the tone on the floor. His intensity becomes their intensity, and let me tell you, his intensity is always high.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. And a chance for us here to check out the top passing teams in the league this past month. The Hornets in second.
And over this last stretch, this team has been incredible passing the rock, playing great team basketball.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. From 15 feet away. Here's Bowl. And finished off by Bowl.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Now here's Gobert. He has 7. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Dillingham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside. Edwards can't hit.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Well, it's all due to his energy and effort, as well as how well he's been able to get ideal positioning on the glass.
And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Miller outside. 6 to shoot. For the lead. And that misses. That would have put them up. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Well, look, Edwards doesn't back down from anyone. He embraces getting physical on the way up.
5 attempts for him at the line tonight. He's made 3.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Edwards. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Here's Pippen. And stolen by Edwards. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Pass to Randall. Shoots over Bridges. And it's Randall that time on the assist by Edwards. Randall's got 7.
Well, you can see that Edwards isn't trying to do it all on his own. He's also looking for shots for others out there.
Now here's Miller. Give him 23. Here's Bull. Finds the bottom from 13 feet out. Bull's gotten 4 this quarter.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Edwards. It's good. Edwards. What strength.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards. Taking the contact, but staying committed to his finish.
Pass to Bull. Here's Pippen. Three-pointer. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Leading by 5. For 3, Randall gets rebounded by Charlotte.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Pass to Pippen. Bull, a screen on Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls it from 20. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 11. Here's Dillingham. To the inside. Outside Edwards. Takes the 3. Bull grabs the board. Bulls, Hornets trail by 5. Miller outside. Pass to Pippen. Back to Miller. To the middle. And stolen by Gobert. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Edwards driving. And Edwards slams it in.
Talk about a guy who runs the floor. Edwards gets down there on the fast break so quickly.
Outside Bull. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Bull, a screen on Randall. Bridges passes to Pippen. Misses, and the dry spell continues. Minnesota leading by 7. Pass to Dillingham. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
First one falls for him. Ben Simmons is checked in for Charlotte. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Hey, when you start locking it down at the line, good things tend to happen.
Now Bridges. 10 points for him. Miller outside. And the shot goes in. Miller's got 25 points in the game.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
Pass to Gobert. To the paint. Here's Edwards. Edwards, no problem with the contact.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Miller on the wing. Over McDaniels. McDaniels with some nice D.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
It's good. And now it's an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Miller with it. 25 points in the game. Simmons with a screen on McDaniels. Inside. Randall with a steal. Fast break, Minnesota. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Here's Miller. And the layup is good off the glass. 27 points for him.
Well, sometimes you need more than just your stars, though. They've got to run something to get the other guys good looks.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So for the Hornets, Klingin, he's checked in for Bol, and it's Dick in for Bridges. Now here's DiVincenzo. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Pass to Murray Boyles. The rebound by Ben Simmons.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Oh, and Reed with a block.
Well, Reed really gets after it on defense. He's a big man that loves coming up with blocks.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Minnesota on D. Here's Miller. Randall pulls down the board. And coach, how about Naz Reid, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but although he's a big, Reid is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
Now here's Miller. 27 points for him. And he's going for the oop here. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping. Minnesota leading by 7. Clark outside. There's a screen. Pass to DiVincenzo. 4 on the clock. A nice shot by Murray Boyles. has got his second bucket of the night. Hornets trail by 9. Here's Pippen. Miller left side. Tries a 10-footer. Rebounded by Murray Boyles. Murray Boyles has got 4 rebounds now. Down low. Here's Randall. And Clingan pulls it down.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Miller outside. Minnesota with a rebound. DiVincenzo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Reed. 1:11 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. There's a screen. The steal. And it's the Hornets on the break. Stolen by Reed. Clark against Simmons. Clark, the pass to DiVincenzo. Now Reed takes a 3. Nails it from 3. Reed's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
You don't want to leave Reed any space out there. He's an efficient three-point shooter.
Miller on the wing. Intercepted. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And DiVincenzo with a basket on the assist by Clark. DiVincenzo's got 5.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3 ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Miller. He's got 27. 5 on the clock. To end the run. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Timberwolves. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. We'll be back in a moment. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You gotta love that intensity.
And you gotta respect their energy level. A lot of steals, staying active and making things happen.
On the floor for Charlotte, they've got Brandon Miller, Bull out there with Miles Bridges. And it's McGowan's in at the small forward position.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
Here's Dillingham. Pass to Randall. And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And after playing the first half without a single turnover, he's gotten a little careless since the break.
Here's Pippen. Right side Bull. Here's McGowan's. Drills it from deep.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Randall outside. Here's Dillingham. Pass to Edwards. And the shot's good. Edwards has got 14 points here in the second half.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Here's Pippen. Bull, a screen on Edwards. Tries it from 16. It's blocked by Gobert. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Miller. They get it again. Randall goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Randall's got 4 points this quarter.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's McGowan's. Pass to Miller. One of the biggest challenges for coaches these days, Stan, is roster turnover. How do you deal with the player movement?
Well, look, Brian, it's to be expected, first of all. And second of all, you just, every year starts new. You start from square one every year, and you build it. And if you make an in-season deal, you start over again from square one and build it up.
Edwards can't hit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
The drive by Miller.
Oh! Wow!
That'll be a move to remember.
Wow. Yeah, great creativity in the air. Miller against Edwards. Pass to Dillingham. Picked by Gobert. Dillingham, no good. Hornets trail by 16. There's the drive. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He implored his team to use the clock. He said the clock is our friend. No need to rush things unless they give us a free one. Let's squeeze them out of this game. Back to you, Brian.
And Allie, thank you for that. And it's Edwards with the ball for Minnesota. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, look, you can't let Edwards get this close to the rim because he will dunk it on you.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now Bridges. Shot from the low post is good.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
The Timberwolves lead by 14. Gobert inside. Pull on him. Randall outside. Shot clock at 6. Left side Edwards. Second chance shot. Gobert. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. Miller on the wing. Checked by Randall. Miller, the pass to Bridges. Over Edwards. McDaniels with the rebound.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Outside Edwards. To the paint. Here's Gobert. Hornets with the rebound. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Miller. Good work there as it goes. Miller's got 14 points now in the second half.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting around 44%. Not bad. Pass to Randall. Now Edwards. Here's Dillingham. From downtown, fires in the triple. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Timberwolves.
Man, the bench brought lots of energy tonight.
I'll tell you, when your reserves can score it like that, it puts your team in a great position to win.
That'll do it for this one. They've earned their 27th victory of the year tonight.
And I'm sure they're happy to get even for what happened the last time these teams met.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Anthony Edwards.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
Miller outside. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. And a chance here to check out some stats for him.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
And now Washington's starting group. Koulibaly is out there with Song. Then it's Sadiq Bey. Then there's Jordan Poole. And it's Carrington in at the 1. And for the Hornets, they've got Miller. Bull out there with Miles Bridges. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's McGowan's in at the 3. I tell you what, Brent, this Jordan Poole is one confident player.
Yeah, his mindset, though, Kevin, has to shift to being more consistent. So we've seen these outbursts in scoring from Jordan Poole, but really you want to have a more reliable player in what he does both offensively and defensively. Hopefully he finds that.
Now here is Miller. Bull. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller.
And the big fella knows how to score the basketball. Bull's understanding of when to look for his next level.
Pass to Koulibaly. Over in the corner, Poole. To the middle. Wizards passing it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Koulibaly, no good. Here's Miller, and it's Miller with the jam.
Add that to the highlight reel for Miller. I'm sure it'll grow quickly.
Now, let's go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Charles Lee.
We got to talking about Jordan Poole and how you deal with a player like him. Coach smiled and said, we want to be as disruptive for him as possible. Anything we can do to prevent him from getting into a rhythm, we'll do it. Keeping Poole off balance is the plan here. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now, here is Miller. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
Here's Bey. Down low. Here's Koulibaly. They can't stop the run with that one.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
They get it back. Miller kicks to Simmons. Miller, the pass to McGowan. Shoots over Bey. Here's Bull. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And the touch ball is impressive. You can tell he has a lot of confidence in that shot.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, Bull.
And when you have a big man carrying as much of the load as he has, it just makes things so easy for the rest of your team. Completely deserving of the award.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Poole. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Well, that's a healthy make there after missing their first 4 shots. 1 of 5, not what they wanted, but they're on the board.
Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
Here we are, Brent, right in the middle of the season now. How do players stay mentally sharp during this time of year?
Well, it's really coming down to a lot of what the support staff can do for your team. Physically, you want to be in the best condition you can. So are you getting your massages? Are you taking care of your treatments? Are you getting in the weight room to make sure your body is not atrophying in any way? You keep that strength that you put on in the off season. All these little things add up to you maintaining a level of performance and consistency that your teammates and yourself can rely on, Kevin.
And that one drops for him. Bulls got 6.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Carrington. Guarded by Simmons. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Wizards beat them last time when these two teams met in Washington.
Yeah, in this game, they'll want to approach things a little differently, I think. Got blown out last time due to being a little too aggressive on the defensive side.
Yeah, and that led to a few of their key guys spending long stretches of the game on the bench because of foul trouble. Hard to find yourself back in a rhythm when you do that.
The Hornets shooting their first free throws here for the night. No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, a floater. It's rebounded by McGowan.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Wizards trail by 7. Poole up top. His last outing, he had 24 points. And the basket is good.
Yeah, I don't think that's at the top of the menu of shots that Jordan Poole likes to take, but he can knock it down with touch.
Pass to Bull. Lays it up off the glass. 8 points for him.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Beyond the arc. Miller grabs the miss. Hornets leading by 7. And stolen by Song. Pass to Bay. Here's Carrington. Guarded by Simmons. Here's Song. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The Wizards have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Free throw good. Song. So he gets them both. Now here's Simmons. Still yet to score. There's the lob to Bridges. And stolen by Song. Inside. Carrington, that's good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
So it's the Hornets now. 3-point lead. Pass to Bull. Poked loose. Rule with the steal. Drives to the hoop. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And a great job by Poole of putting some pressure on the defense.
The Hornets have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. To the wing on the left. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Hornets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Shoot 2.
And that one falls for Bull.
And like his father, Manu, Bull's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Chris Middleton's checked in for the Wizards. And so Bull nails both of them. Wizards trail by 3. And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
chance here to check out some stats on Chris Middleton. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging 12 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Now, here's Poole. He's got 7.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Pass to Bull. Over Sarr. And it's Bull that time on the assist from Simmons. Bull's got 12 points in the game.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Here's Carrington. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so Miller will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. And Miller throws it down hard.
And what an incredible talent Miller is. What a ferocious finish there.
Wizards trail by 4. Poole with it. He's got 10. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. McGowan's has got his 4th rebound in this one. And Miller throws it down hard.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Carrington. Headed by Simmons. In the corner, it's Sarr. Here's Carrington. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. 5 on the clock. Good work there as it goes.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Hornets leading by 4. Simmons left side.
And you love when Simmons plays with aggression inside because it really forces the D to adjust.
The Hornets have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
He misses the free throw. Charlotte making a switch here. Klingen's checked in. And the second free throw, good. Here's Carrington. To the paint. Here's Sarr. He goes up again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. The Hornets number 1.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
Free throw good. Sarr. That one is no good. Last outing for Charlotte was a loss to Minnesota. And Miller throws it down hard.
And with his diverse game and 6'9" frame, Brandon Miller can score in bunches. And on nights like tonight, it's really hard to get someone to match up with him.
Koulibaly with it. Defended by Bridges. Middleton looking it over. The Hornets pull it in, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
Well, you can do a couple things with turnovers. They commit.
Oh, man. Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. On the wing, Miller. Guarded by Poole. And it's Donovan Klingen with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Wizards trail by 4. Pass to Song. Martin with the screen for Song. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Playing in the screen for Pippen. There's the lob to the hoop. Williams finds Dick. And a miss there on the triple. Washington has gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. It's tipped. Middleton outside. Smart against Pippen. Middleton the pass to Martin. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Martin's got the game tied up here for the Wizards.
Middleton right now seeing the floor and delivering the ball well to his teammates. Good at finding the open man.
Miller right side. Over Trent. Charlotte no good that time either.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Miller with the double team. Middleton outside. From downtown, it's rebounded by Charlotte. It's Miller on the wing, covered by Martin. They could use a bucket. Williams trying to break free, and there it is for him. Miller's got 14 points for the game.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Smart kicks to Trent. The Wizards working the ball around now. Sarr sets the screen for Smart. That one misses. Charlotte in the lead. Here's Miller. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Middleton dishes to Martin. Now Sarr. He has 5. Trent can't hit.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Martin with the block. Here's Sarr. Covered by Miller. Trent outside. Pass to Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Left side Miller. And Miller throws it down hard.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. And so it's Brandon Miller making highlights for Charlotte. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
So both teams making some changes here. Charlotte leading by 9. We've got Bridges. Brandon Miller out there with Simmons. Then there's Bull. And it's McGowan's in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Washington's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And finished off by Martin.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Pass to Miller. Now Bowl. Over Martin. And it's Bowl that time on the assist by Miller. Bowl's got 25 points.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. With the CBA and new broadcasting deals both completed, league talk now turns to expansion. Commissioner Adam Silver says if you're a successful organization, I think it makes sense over time to continue to grow. There's no doubt that there are a lot of great cities we're interested in having in the NBA. Kevin?
You're so right, David. We could lay out 3, 4, 5 cities right now that would beg to have professional basketball. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball, looking for fast break opportunities. Always a good idea.
When you make the most of second chance opportunities and you're in there and active, boy, that can really put a lot of pressure on the defense.
That free throw good from Miller. It feels like every season, Brent, we set a record for pace in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
Well, I don't know, Kevin, if it's every team that's seeking pace, although in every coach's press conference you'll hear about them talking about playing faster and wanting to get out in transition. That's where you take advantages of defenses most. Look, if you got a young team, open up the floodgates and let them run. Probably more success coming your way.
Smart against Simmons. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Smart.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. They double him with Song. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
Bridges passes to Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. Miller inside. He's defended by Coulibaly. And a missed layup. Wizards trail by 8. And here's Trent. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia. Got a piece of it. Here we go, one-on-one. And Miller throws it down hard.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. In, he's checked in for Charlotte. And a switcher also for Washington. Bays checked in for Trent. And the Wizards with possession. It's a 10-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That will be their second of 6 road games for the team. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. The Wizards have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Here's Carrington. And yes, it's good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now here's Simmons. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Miller. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one.
Great ball movement there.
While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. In third, the Hornets.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
And that one falls for Smart.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
And no doubt he's a defensive anchor. Smart's competitive spirit, it's just contagious.
Here's Miller, a reverse. Rebounded by Smart. Wizards trail by 11. Pass to Song. Here's Koulibaly. On the wing, Koulibaly. There's the pick. Launches a three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Koulibaly's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Wizards. Charlotte has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Simmons finds Miller. From down in the low post, it goes. Miller's got 25 points in the game.
And this is what you like about Miller. He has great range from three, but he can also make tough shots in traffic.
Here's Koulibaly, defended by Bridges. Outside for Smart. It's good from long range. Smart's got 14 points.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Simmons passes to McGowan.
Yeah, easy call.
For Charlotte, they have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And Washington making a change here. Trent's checked in. And he's good on the second. 1:39 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Bay. To the inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Certainly not the #1 thing Bay is out there to do, but he saw an opening and able to make the pass.
And Brent, talking about Saddiq Bey, he's the type of player that every team covers.
When you think about Saddiq Bey and where it is that he came from culturally in college, and this is a guy of his size and with his ability, you can plug in and play and know you're going to get genuine effort on a nightly basis.
Here's Carrington. Guarded by Simmons. To the middle. Here's Trent. And Miller with the block.
And good length and athleticism give Miller an advantage at the defensive end. And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Here's Carrington. Hornets with the rebound. McGowan's has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Miller surveying the floor. Shot clock at 6. Ring shot on the way. And that one goes long. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Hello, everybody. Tipping off halftime. Let's start things off with a look at the All-Star voting.
Well, at the start of the voting, the leaders are the guys that everyone already knows. As you go along, usually new guys into the mix.
Every year, it's a compelling story. Those guys who weren't expected to make an All-Star impact doing just that. So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the Hornets.
Seems like they can't miss, just rolling offensively, getting whatever they want.
You haven't heard this in a while, fellas. SLN, Shaq-like numbers. When you're doing that, it means dominance.
That's exactly what I was going to say. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Brandon Miller has been sensational.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Here's who Brian Keefe is starting the second half with. Sarr out there with Koulibaly. Then there's Jordan Poole. Then it's Sadiq Bey. And it's Carrington in at the point guard.
The towering presence that is Ball. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
They set the pick. Here's Koulibaly. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
The 17-footer. McGowan's no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
To the paint, shoots it, and Koulibaly gets it to go. Koulibaly's got 7.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Pass to Bull. Miller with a wide open look. And the 3 off target.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
For Washington, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Koulibaly. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Hornets leading by 7. Miller finds Simmons. Back to Miller. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Bull.
And you can put Miller on either side of that pick and roll action. He has a terrific IQ.
The Wizards shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Pass to Sarr. And stolen by Bull. Fast break now for Charlotte all alone. And the dunk by Bull.
And guys, this is kind of Bull's role. He's out there to score, and he does it in a variety of ways.
Here's Carrington. Guarded by Simmons. And here is Poole. Here's Carrington. Pass to Bey. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Sarr. And Bull sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Bull uses it to perfection to block shots. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And we've got a timeout call by Brian Keefe. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Okay, a chance to check out the numbers for Miller. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. How about 43 points per, 5 assists, and just over 2 steals. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he is in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
Back to Koulibaly. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. And that one misses. And he sinks the second. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here's Bay. Drains the three-pointer. Bay's got 5 points so far.
And Bay drains the triple.
Right wing. Here's McGowan. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Simmons got 4 assists now tonight.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Pass to Poole for 3. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Simmons with it. Miller outside. Bull with it. It's blocked. Now Sarr. Pass to Koulibaly, and he pings it home with one hand.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
While we have a chance, how about the numbers for Ball? First in blocks, second in rebounding, and also his field goal percentage is up in the top 5. Tremendously efficient at finishing plays at the basket.
He has been a human highlight reel all season long. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now, and he has the numbers to back it up. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Hornets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Pass to Bridges. Miller with the ball. 6 to shoot. Simmons finds Bridges. Here's Miller. Off the left rim and out. Wizards trail by 7. Here's Bay. And Miller with the block. Pass to McGowan's. Out to Miller, and out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. And now let's have a look at the teams that have had the quickest hands in the NBA during the past month. The Wizards 5th.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor.
The Wizards have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Pass to Bay. Here's Carrington. Now Koulibaly. Now here's Poole. Knocks down the 3-ball. And now just a 4-point Hornets lead.
When he has a chance to set up like that, Poole is one of the game's better shooters.
And here's Miller. 27 points for him. And Miller throws it down hard.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. For the finish. And Miller throws it down hard.
And that's rocking the rim. Give him 2 points and tack on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensation. Poole. That one good for 2. Poole's got 8 here in the quarter.
And it looks like the Poole is filling up in a hurry here. He's catching fire, and it's tough to put that one out.
Now here's Simmons. Left side, Miller. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 5 assists in the game.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Here's Carrington. Guarded by Simmons. At 3 off the mark.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Miller outside. Rebounded by the Wizards. Sarr's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Looking for Koulibaly. He gets it there.
A good job on the glass there, working hard to establish position and put himself in a great spot to come away with that rebound.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Here's Carrington. Guarded by Simmons. Pass to Sarr. Wizards passing it around. Back to Koulibaly. They set the pick. Jacks up a 3. Miller grabs the miss. Miller's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And the size Ball has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
And the first one drops. Charlotte making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And so Bol nails both of them. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Down by 12. 2 points. That one goes. Koulibaly's got 8 points in the quarter. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Simmons. Miller outside. Fires for 3. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Wizards trail by 10. High arcing shot. Simmons with the defensive effort. Charlotte has gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9.
And more than just a jump shooter, Miller's very good around the rim. A rare quality for a wing these days.
Middleton outside. All right, We'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
They're looking to attack in transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
And there's been another bonus to what's happened with them tonight, and that's the offense. Rebounding, they're boxing out, they're getting up extra shots. That could be a difference maker in the result.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Swinging, he's checked in for Bull, and Pippen subbed in for Bridges. Miller outside, and Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Martin, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And now quick review at the numbers for Smart. He's averaging 7 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's a nice scoring.
Charlotte no good that time either. Wizards trail by 10. It's Trent on the wing. Off target from outside.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
And let's take a look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for Marcus Smart.
And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see that he's gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D he was known for. That's an aspect of his game he needs to get back.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Wizards making a change here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Hornets leading by 8. Pippen, the pass to Miller. Rebound by the Wizards. Sarr's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And that one falls for Middleton.
A solid passer and rebounder, but it's really scoring where Middleton shows up big. He can be just relentless on that end of the floor.
Wizards making a switch here. Martin's checked in. Miller against Trent. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter of the game. Clock at 6. Crafty move. Count that bucket.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Miller with the ball. 37 points for him. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. To stop the drought. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Wizards trail by 5. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game. That free throw good from Miller. 27 seconds left here in the third quarter. Middleton outside. Takes a three. Hornets with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
18 feet out, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Brandon Miller making highlights for the Hornets. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And here are the Hornets now. And some changes here for the Hornets. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Grady Dick. Brandon Miller comes in for Alexander Walker. And Simmons subbed in for Pippen. Out on the wings for him, Miller and Bridges. Grant Williams is out there with Bowl. And it's Simmons in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Here's Carrington. Guarded by Simmons. Poole against Miller. Down low. It's deflected. And Sarr throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Bowl. Miller outside. They get the rebound. Bowl, that's good. Bowl's got 11 points in the quarter.
He is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Koulibaly with it. Inside. Here's Poole. Another one falls for Washington.
And he's absolutely feeling it. There is no hesitation from Jordan Poole.
Now Miller. Bowl, a screen on Poole. Miller kicks to Bowl. Williams passes to Miller. Here's Bowl. Bay pulls it in. Bay's got his 4th rebound in this one. Out left to the wing. Out in his own on the break. And Miller with the block. And he recovers it. And it's Carrington missing. And here's Charlotte. They're on a 16-7 run. It's Miller on the wing. He's defended by Bay. And the dunk by Bowl.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Wizards trailed by 11. Pass to Poole. They set the pick. Lets it go with a 3. And Bowl pulls it down.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Bridges kicks to Simmons. Miller with the ball. Shoots over Poole. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Miller's got 44.
And he loves that area. Miller can cause a lot of headaches for a defense with his ability from the mid-range.
Pass to Poole. Here's Bay. Defended by Bridges. Good on that shot. And with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Bay. Miller outside. Shoots over Poole. Miller, no up. The Wizards shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. And he lobs it up towards the rim. Blows the alley-oop.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down. And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
Pass to Miller. Rebound by the Wizards. Here's Koulibaly. Over Bridges. Again, the Wizards score. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And the Hornets making a change here. McGowan's checked in. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, guys, during the break, listen in with Charles Lee and his team. Now, he heaped praise on the defense. He said, the pressure's great. I love it. Keep making them make mistakes, guys. It's working. He thinks they're on the right track here. Guys, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Down low. Here's Bay. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And here's Miller. Here's Bull. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Here's Song, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Miles Bridges. It's the first that brings them within 5. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Miles Bridges. Good on both.
Now, he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
It's Miller on the wing. Shoots over Poole. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Miller's got 46 points.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Poole, and he goes in for the dunk.
Wow, and that's a big splash from Poole.
1:22 left in the fourth quarter. Here's McGowan's. Pass the Bull. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Washington.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leading the defense to scramble.
You probably have to touch on as well that tonight their penetration has been awesome. I mean, they put force on this game, attacking off the bounce, and their willingness to do that has paid off.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Poole against Miller. From past the arc. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And he never doubted himself for a second. Huge score from Jordan Poole.
Poole against Miller. Shoots over Poole. Yes!
Already, Miller showing he has no problem in the big moments. How about the gut from that young man?
And we've got a timeout call by Brian Keefe. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. .43 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Both free throws good from Poole.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a one-possession lead.
Back to Miller. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Sarr pulls it down. And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
Here's Washington now. They're on a 16-6 run.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. The tray, good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2. Here's Carrington. Bullseye! And timeout is called by Charles Lee. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Guys, what are their best options now?
And they have just enough time. to be an immediate shot goal. That's their only hope.
For the win. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's Washington who scraped by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And